Okay, quick tutorial on how to use Sony Vegas and your Rocket League replays to make a smooth Gfycat with lots of frame rates. So I'm going to replay right now. What I'm going to do is hold down my A key on my Xbox One controller. It's the bottom one, the PlayStation controller. I don't remember what it is. But I'm going to hold it down and change the speed to 50%. Then I'm going to hit my B key to remove the bottom part of that menu and then let the replay play out from here. Now I'm going to pause that and stop this recording and then pick it up on my desktop. Now that I have the 15 seconds or less of the replay that I want to put to Gfycat, which I have saved in this folder, I'm going to launch Sony Vegas. I'm going to open that file. I'm always going to say no. Then I'm going to navigate to where I want to make the Gfycat start. Which, because the audio, this is where I started narrating. It's going to be somewhere around there, even though for a Gfycat, we're not going to need the audio, of course. I'm actually going to just keep going until I see the action start to start. Right about there. I'm going to highlight the track where I wanted to start. I'm going to hit the S key on my keyboard to split. I'm going to click anywhere over in either the audio or the video track that was before that. Right click on it and select delete. I can go back and I'm going to mute this audio so I can just see if this is the replay I want, which it is. I'm going to stop there. Because I'm going for a Gfycat, not an actual YouTube video, I am then going to select the audio track and select on my keyboard the letter U. That means unlock, which means I could actually drag the audio separately from the video. Whereas if I go back and hit G to group, nope, I'm sorry. If I select that and then this at the same time and hit G, they'll move at the same time. So I'm just going to select one, hit U to unlock it. Just going to delete that, and I can just delete the audio track completely. So now I'm left with this clip to go back. Now there's two different ways to, basically because we recorded that replay at 50%, what we want to do is speed it up to 100% or 200% rather. I'm sorry, to double it to get the full frame rate. So there's two different ways of doing that in Vegas. I'm not going to say clunky, but the easy way is to, if I like hover my mouse near the end of this timeline, see how I can drag it out there to increase what you can actually see beyond the clip. But if I hover over it and then hold control, you see how that little thing underneath comes in? That means I can either drag it this way to make it even more slow motion, or I can hover my cursor over here, hit control, and then go that way to make it speed up. So let's see how that goes. And up here you can see the preview, so it's being sped up. Now, there's another way to do it that I think is a little bit more precise. So I'm going to go to a new project. Okay. Can open up that same clip. Nope. We navigate to somewhere, it was somewhere around here that I wanted it to start. Okay, so like right there. Gonna highlight the video track. Delete, move all this over there, delete the audio track, and make sure I want to start it where I want, which is going to be right about there. So now I'm going to hit S to split that, select what I don't want, delete, drag it over. Okay, so now here's the other way to speed things up, because that whole control drag, either to make it slower, or drag it this way to make it faster. That is one way to do it, but a more precise way is if I go to insert, I'm going to want a video envelope, and I'm going to call it it's called event velocity. So you see that green line that's up there? All I got to do is hover near it and then push up, and I can get it pretty close to 200%. I'll leave it at 203. Now, see, if you notice, I'm going to go back about here. I entered a loop region, but that's fine. You just want to make sure that you have one end on the left, one on the right. Because I increase the speed, where I want to stop the replay is actually not going to be near the end of the timeline because I increase the speed. So I can just like arrow key over. Alright, so let's say I want to stop it there. I'm going to hit S again, drag what I don't want away, delete that, go back. I can drag my loop region back down. And then in my preview, let's just see if this worked. So I got the pass from Galactic and the shot that I made, and it's a grand total of about 6 seconds long. So because I did the slow-mo, by recording that replay and then speeding it up in Sony Vegas, my frame rate, if I up it to Gfycat, should be much, much smoother, like 60 frames per second or better. I'm going to stop this recording now, and then record once it's uploaded to Giphy. Okay, so Sony Vegas has finished rendering that 6-second clip without audio. That's saved in my folder that I selected. It's right here. It's called Vegas. So now all I got to do is log in to my Gfycat account. If you don't have one, you should create one. Then I'm going to go upload, pick that particular file, which is called Vegas, and now I'm going to upload. Again, video will pause until this is done. Okay, so since we recorded the actual replay at 50% and then sped it up to 203% in Sony Vegas and uploaded to Gfycat, what we're going to get now is a full 60 frames per second or plus Gfycat of the play. So by slowing it down in Rocket League, what we're doing is we're getting rid of artifacting, and then speeding it back up in Sony Vegas means that it's going to look a lot smoother. This isn't even that great of a play, although Galactic had a great pass. But just one example of how you can use Sony Vegas and slowing down replays in Rocket League to make your Gfycats a lot smoother. Bye.